Okay, we're getting ready to turn the OD of the part now, and we've got our tool bit set up here. We're going to come on in. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fire it up. We're going to touch off the face here. Alright, we're going to come on out. We're setting 0 on our travel dial. I just want to know there. Okay, we're going to come out here and we're going to touch the outside. Alright, we got a little piece of the action there. We'll set our cross slide dial at 0 there. And we'll go ahead and we'll crank in 100 here as well. Alright, here we go. Okay, tool bit was diving in a little bit there. We're going to check our tension here. It was tight, but not too much. Alright, we'll re-stiffen it right there. We're going to come back out. We're going to retouch our spot here. The part didn't move, it stayed in there. Here we go. We're getting a little dirt on our screen there, we see, and it's still dialed there at 0. There's our 100 still. Yeah, that was the only problem, just a little loose on our tool post. Alright, and we're going to come on back. We're a little close from hitting the camera on the jaws there, but that's close enough. Alright, I'm going to grab my micrometers because we need to find out our diameter here, and be right back. Welcome to Turn Right Machine Works. My name is Keith, and this is Do Over Part 2. And before we get back to cutting some material here, I'd like to say may God bless those families and friends that have lost somebody due to service for our country on this beautiful Memorial Day. Alright, let's get back to the action here. Okay, I grabbed my micrometer out of the cabinet there, and we mic'd the flange on our other part because that's what we want to skim this and have this slightly oversized of our OD of our flange part, and then we're going to start doing a bore and get in there. So we just want to have this outside surface and this and a bore all roughed out, and our dimension is 5 7/8, and right now we're right at 6 inches 1/1000. Alright, so we can take another skim there, and we're hoping to clean up that little dived in groove there, which we're pretty sure that we probably caught it in time. That's where you train your ears as well as eyesight on how your machine sounds when you start your cut as it's going through your cut. And sometimes you can have your back to the machine and you can hear something's going on, and that's true to every machine. Even I learned that also on the plasma cam. Also, you can tell when you're not cutting quite right there. Even if it is still cutting, you can tell when it's not cutting the same as it should be cutting. And the same goes for lathes, mills, and everything else. Tune your ears into it. All right. Okay, we'll come into right about there's our 100. We'll retouch off back here. It was closed, but it did change the dial setting here, so I'm retouching it here now because we know we're right at six inches there. This is a 50 thousandths cut now. And it did pick it up. Okay, it cleaned up our dive-in scar there, and we are at 5 inches 900, or actually 898, but it's close enough. We're going to leave that right there. We're going to go ahead and drop our tool post off of the compound here, and we're going to set up and we're going to drill and bore through and rough out our bore for the part now. Okay, we're going to slide in our tailstock here and put a starter drill. Now I can probably, well, we're gonna have to reverse direction here because we're working with the drill bits now. For this size here, we're going to go ahead and turn it a little bit faster. Okay, I think I just felt the, no. It's a little warm there. So it's almost all the way through, but we're not going to worry about making it all the way through. And we'll go ahead and we're going to put in the next size. This ductile iron is not too bad to drill. It's pretty soft. Okay, this drill here is 1.25 inches. We'll slow it back down for this one here. And gone through. Little known facts about cast iron that the old timers told me, and I experienced it. Cast iron chips, ductile iron metal chips, you can crumble them up and you stir them in the soil around your rose bushes and you will get brighter, vibrant roses. Also, I did some experimenting, and if you put little clusters around different spots, you can get roses that will have the same color, but the veins of the rose, or the main arteries, I guess, in the petals would illuminate a brighter, so you could get an accent to your roses that way. But I used to save it all the time. Of course, here or in California, I had a lot more rose. I had rose bushes. One house I had a lot of rose bushes at the front entrance there, and we don't have too many here. Just a little wisdom there from the old timers. All right, now I'm coming in with my 1 3/4. It's the largest drill I have on hand here. And I'm going to slow this down just a little bit more as well. Something like that. All right, a little negative flat on there should eliminate the the amount of. There we go. Okay, we're almost coming through the back side now. You can hear the tone change as you go on through. Here we are. Okay, now we can set up our boring bar. Alright, we got our boring bar in here, and lots of times I got to move this in and out and adjust it, and that's what I did. I was way out and I brought it back. And my chosen easiest way, just slide these chips out of the way here, and these boring bars here, the insert one here has 4 squares on it. So it actually lets you come up, put a square down on top of your carriage. For those of you that have flat carriage tops, and then you can go ahead and you can snug that, tighten up your other one, and then you automatically set your bar back on 0. So that's a little trick that I use all the time. Okay, we're set up here to start boring, and unlike the outside, we are tight on the compound here. Okay, we've got our bore camera set up. Now we're not going to be able to track this thing all the way through the bore. It's just too big of a head to get in there right now. Later on we might be able to go through with when the diameter starts opening up. But I've got it set up now, and I'm going to go ahead and run it for at least the length of time that I can run it before I have to yank it out of the way. All right, and we ought to get a good, at least starting view on this. I think we can probably speed this up a little bit. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and touch off so we can touch our face. Got 0. All right. Within a couple thousands, you know, if you're removing material, it's not 0. All right, now we're going to come in on the bore and touch. And we can set 0 there. Now we'll do the same thing we did on the outside, and we're going to take 100 thousandths with this insert. And we're only going to run it and watch the close-up camera until I have to yank it up off of the lathe here when we get to that spot. All right, here we go. Okay, we're going to reset it. It was drifting down a little bit, and we'll see if we can better the shot coming in there. It does look like it was a pretty good screenshot until it started vibrating down. We're set up now, and we actually got the mag base sitting up on top of the tool block so it can't drift down, and we're back a little bit from the tool bit with a little different angle, and hopefully we can really get in there and see some of the action. And we're going to do the same thing, and this will be another 100,000 step on the cut, and we're going to touch, come back, and there's 100, and here we go. Okay, we got a new angle for the next cut here, and we're just getting this started here. Okay. All right, here we go. We're coming in and touching. Coming out. I'll take another 100,000. And here we go. Alright, we're just going to be roughing this out for a while. This has got to go out to about 3 7/8 there. So we're just going to scale it out, and we'll get it out to, I don't know, 3 3/4 or something like that. And then we're going to be doing a setup where we're going to turn this around. We will take one more light skim across this face just so it's clean and doesn't have the spiral cut on there that we left when we pulled off that first rough cut. Alright, so 3 7/8 roughly, and 2 300. So we have about 1 inch and 3/8 or so left to go. Okay, this is our last 100,000ths cut here. Let me get the video going. Okay, we've got the little camera set back so that we can actually roll it all the way through the bore. There's about the end of the bore, and then back out. It's about as close as we can get to the tip and still have everything fit down in there, and be able to see all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in here a little bit so that both cameras actually got a better picture of this bore. Alright, we touch off there. We have 100,000ths to go, and here we go. Oh, that was awesome, huh? In your face.